Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market video. Now, before we dive into today's pre-market video, I hope all who traded the Nifty expiry yesterday with the analysis which I provided in yesterday's pre-market video did well. This is the index performed exactly as I said for option sellers and also option buyers. And by chance you have not watched it, then you can still take a look at it because the analysis given will be relevant for the days to come, plus the price points given will also be relevant. Now coming to today's video. Now today we're going to take a look at two stocks and the news which is going to affect the market as a whole. Now the two stocks we'll take a look at is Maruti Suzuki and Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries, I'm taking a look as it has met the targets which we have provided in the prior video on it, and Maruti Suzuki is a fresh look as it was heavily in the news yesterday, and we'll look at what can be the future path of the stock. Now on the news front there is not much to discuss today. This is on the international news front, basically just what I said yesterday, that today the Federal Reserve Chairman will be testifying in front of the Congress, and he has started that, and he basically said that everything is going as per expectations, and it has bolstered, I would say, the hopes of a rate cut in September. So let's see how that goes. On the local news front also there is not much. This is all news is linked to mainly the auto sector. Yes, there is news like Paytm receiving a notice and everything, but the main news is linked to the auto sector. This is as, for example, the Maruti Suzuki share we were discussing today. It ended up having positive sentiment yesterday due to Uttar Pradesh government's tax break for strong hybrid vehicles. And this has also intensified the price war in the SUV market, as for example Mahindra & Mahindra and Tata Motors slashed the prices on the SUV. This is as M&M reduced the starting price on the XUV 700 SUV to basically 19.49 lakh, making it more affordable for a wider range of customers. And then Tata Motors also cut prices on the SUVs by up to 1.5 lakh. So this is it is now heating up into a price war, and in the price war, who's going to benefit the most is the consumer in the end of the day. So it's good for that. Now coming to the stocks, as there is not much news. Now the first stock, as I said, we'll take a look at is Maruti Suzuki. Now I'm loading the daily chart of Maruti Suzuki, so I prefer there to start with Maruti Suzuki there. This is as a lot of people are excited with how the move which happened yesterday, but I am not, because it has not left the box range. This is as, if we look at Maruti Suzuki daily picture, we have been trading in this box range for quite some time, and we have not left it in any sort of way, and we have just basically gone towards the upper range of the box range. So how should we trade it now? Now to discuss that, I'll drop to a 3-hour chart because I want to put on the levels and I want to explain it in a more logical manner of what I expect. So now the price levels which I am looking at for Maruti Suzuki, I'll move my head there. The price levels I'm looking at for Maruti Suzuki now, on the upside, I do not expect anything big until we clear the resistance zone between 12,960 and 13,080. This is as a lot of people who have been watching my pre-market video knows that the levels which I do provide work very well. Now for Maruti Suzuki, the levels which are the quant levels which I've calculated and the normal price action points on the chart for Maruti Suzuki have sort of met here. So that makes this resistance zone even stronger than before. And so tomorrow or in the coming trading sessions, the main hurdle for Maruti Suzuki is going to be the resistance zone at 12,960 to 13,080. By chance it does break that resistance zone, then the next target is 13,250 and 13,420. According to me, personally, I will only trade Maruti Suzuki on the upside in the intraday time frame. Why I say that? This is, I believe, all up moves towards here will end up basically 90% of them will fail and only 10% might go through. And the 10% which go through will go to 13,250 and then most likely fail. This is as I don't think Maruti Suzuki will be able to do a one-time climb to 13,420. If it can, that will be very good for us as traders. But I think it will be basically a jagged move if it breaks through this zone. So on the upside, I would prefer to trade Maruti Suzuki that way. On the other hand, now since I look at everything in terms of what an option buyer should do and what an option seller should do and what an equity trader. So as an equity trader, again, until it clears the zone, it's no man's. It's not a point. There's no point of really chasing it, as you're not really going to get anywhere. Now, as an option trader, the zone between 13,080 and 12,700 is no man's land. Here we're going to get V-shaped moves that are just going to be noise, and they're going to end up stopping everybody out. So until it clears the zone on the F&O space, especially option buying, you're not going to get something significant. This is basically, you might scalp a few points here, a few points here, but that's not going to give you a lot of money. So it is basically more of entertaining yourself, and you can find different shares or indexes which can give you more than that. So between this zone, I'm not going to focus on Maruti Suzuki much. However, if you break this zone, then I said basically along to 13,250, and by chance that breaks 13,420. This is I find this zone, this resistance zone and this resistance zone are very strong. So these two are the important ones on the upside. Moreover, on the downside, by chance we break 12,700, then the 12,520 support zone is very important. This is a break of that will take us to 12,300. Now these two resistance zones are very important and will decide a lot of the trend in the coming days. So I believe it will be very hard to break below these two resistance zones, and if we break below these two resistance zones, then it will have put Maruti Suzuki into a bearish mode on the weekly time frame even. This is yes, this support is there at 12,050, which is a strong support, but this will have a break of these two will have altered the chart structure significantly. And I will give a better example if we pop onto a daily chart. I say that as we have formed a high volume bullish bar. So if this strong high volume bullish bar that is meeting a lot of technical rules cannot drive us up to 13,250, then the stock breaks this, it's going to be going down pretty hard in the coming weeks. So this bar is very important for Maruti Suzuki in the coming trading sessions. Now coming to Reliance Industries. Now Reliance Industries, let's load the chart first. Now Reliance Industries, I had covered it before, and I in fact had covered it at roughly this point and then at this point again. And Reliance Industries has managed to rise over the time and hit our target of 3190 to 3220. This is that if you look at the prior video of Reliance Industries, you will see I had not shared 3280 as a resistance, but I had shared an upside target of 3190 and 3220. We have gone exactly and met that and stopped right there. So now, how should we trade Reliance Industries in the coming sessions? Now, Reliance Industries right now is presently in a basically in a box, also formed a box trend like Maruti, sorry. So between 3220 and 3140, again, no man's land. No one is going to win in this area. It's how we are seeing. It's just going to be V-shaped moves. Now, what traders have to watch for Reliance Industries is these two indicators: the volume buildup and the trend catcher. This is if the black line is able to cross above the red line again, then that will be a huge positive and it will drive us up above 3220. However, if it's not, then we will just keep hovering in this range until it tries to break below zero. So coming to how I'm going to trade it in the coming trading sessions. Now, as an option buyer or equity trader also, I will only go long in Reliance on a positional basis if we break 3220. If we do not break 3220, then within this zone is just basically intraday scalps, which can be done. But I believe a better profit can be given in intraday trading something like the index than trading these intraday scalps within this zone that do not have a clear pattern. On the other hand, if we break 3140, then Reliance will have basically opened up Pandora's box and will be going back to 3080. 3100 is an important support, but 3080 is the really important one, and then 3020. So again, a recap: Reliance, A long is only above 3220, and that target will be 3280. On the downside, if we break 3140, then 3080 and 3020 are targets. Now you'll see I've not spoken about option sales yet for Reliance. This is, I believe, if we continue getting rejected here and we come towards 3140, that is only when you should sell calls above here, because until we break 3140 we can have a sudden spike towards this part. So that is only when you can sell call sales. Put sales I wouldn't advise right now, because we're in a box range and we can go anywhere. So that's why right now I would prefer option buys until we get a clearer direction. So that is it for Reliance Industries and Maruti Suzuki. Any questions, you can drop them in the comment box and I will get to them as soon as possible. And any stock suggestions you may have that you want to basically analyze, you can drop them in the comment box too, or drop them to the WhatsApp number shared below. Thank you.